sailor climbing a mast, and remained as long as he could hold on, the tree being almost branchless. After these disastrous experiences the two shepherds chopped and gathered large piles of dry wood, and made a ring of fire around the corral every night, while one with a gun kept watch from a comfortable stage built on a neighbouring pine that commanded a view of the corral. This evening the show made by the circle of fire was very fine, bringing out the surrounding trees in most impressive relief, and making the thousands of sheep eyes glow like a glorious bed of diamonds. August 14. Up to the time I went to bed last night all was quiet, though we expected the shaggy freebooters every minute. They did not come till near midnight, when a pair walked boldly to the corral between two of the great fires, climbed in, killed 2 sheep, and smothered 10, while the frightened watcher in the tree did not fire a single shot, saying that he was afraid he might kill some of the sheep, for the bears got into the corral before he got a good clear view of them. I told the shepherds they should at once move the flock to another camp. "Oh, no use, no use," they lamented. "Where we go, the bears go too. See my poor dead sheeps, soon all dead. No use try another camp, we go down to the plains." And, as I afterwards learned, they were driven out of the mountains a month before the usual time. Were bears much more numerous and destructive, the sheep would be kept away altogether. It seems strange that bears, so fond of all sorts of flesh, running the risk of guns and fires and poisons, should never attack men, except in defence of their young. How easily and safely a bear could pick us up as we lie asleep! Only wolves and tigers seem to have learned to hunt man for food, and perhaps sharks and crocodiles. Mosquitoes and other insects would, I suppose, devour a helpless man in some parts of the world, and so might lions, leopards, wolves, hyenas, and panthers at times, if pressed by hunger, but under ordinary circumstances perhaps only the tiger among land animals may be said to be a man-eater, unless we add man himself. Clouds as usual about .05. Another glorious Sierra day, warm, crisp, fragrant and clear. Many of the flowering plants have gone to seed, and many others are unfolding their petals every day, and the firs and pines are more fragrant than ever. Their seeds are nearly ripe, and will soon be flying in the merriest flocks that ever spread a wing. On the way back to our Tuolumne camp I enjoyed the scenery, if possible, more than when it first came to view. Every feature seems familiar, as if I had lived there always. I never weary gazing at the wonderful cathedral. It has more individual character than any other rock or mountain I ever saw, excepting perhaps the Yosemite South Dome. The forests, too, seem kindly familiar, and the lakes and meadows and glad singing streams. I should like to dwell with them forever. Here, with bread and water, I should be content. Even if not allowed to roam and climb, tethered to a stake or a tree in some meadow or grove, even then I should be content forever. Bathed in such beauty, watching the expressions ever varying on the faces of the mountains, watching the stars, which here have a glory that the lowlander never dreams of, watching the circling seasons, listening to the songs of the waters and winds and birds, would be endless pleasure. And what glorious cloudlands I should see, storms and calms, a new heaven and a new earth every day, ay, and new inhabitants. And how many visitors I should have! I feel sure I should not have one dull moment. And why should this appear extravagant? It is only common sense, a sign of health, genuine, natural, all awake health. One would be at an endless godful play, and what speeches and music and acting and scenery and lights! Sun, moon, stars, auroras, creation just beginning, the morning stars still singing together, and all the sons of God shouting for joy. End of section 12.